Lily decides to leave home and goes away with her boyfriend, Neil. Soon after, she starts to miss her mother and tries to call her. But Neil takes her phone, saying she can have it back once she's thinking more clearly. Later, he notices a bruise on her and asks why she said her stepfather never hurt her. Lily doesn't want to talk about it. Even though she tries to push the memories away, she still remembers the pain from the past. Neil tells her they should always be honest, but Lily stays silent. In the end, she keeps going with him. Soon after, Neil asks Lily to set up the tent while he goes to look for a river. While she's alone, Lily realizes Neil took her phone with him. That night, she has a strange dream about her stepfather. When she wakes up, Neil still hasn't come back. She starts to worry he might be lost. The next morning, Lily decides to move on by herself. But after hearing a wolf howl, she gets frightened and runs. Not long after, she comes across a cabin and knocks on the door, asking the man inside, Evan, for help. She says sorry for bothering him and asks if she can use his phone. Evan welcomes her in and gives her a glass of water. He acts like they've known each other for a long time. Even though Lily keeps asking for the phone, Evan tells her to shower first and says they'll talk after. As time passes, Lily begins to feel uneasy. When she tries to leave, Evan stops her and makes her stay in the house. Evan asks Lily to hand over her bag and tells her to sit down. But when she tries to leave again, they argue, and Evan locks her in a room. When the lights come on, Lily sees she's at the top of a staircase leading to the basement. With no other option, she goes down, hoping to find a way out, but there's none. Frustrated, she runs back upstairs and pounds on the door, begging to be let out. When Evan doesn't respond, she returns to the basement to look around. There, she finds old newspaper articles about a missing girl. Worried, Lily searches through a box and finds a hammer to protect herself. Suddenly, Evan appears and tells her she's not allowed to leave. Once he's gone, Lily breaks down in tears but tries to stay calm. Meanwhile, Evan locks all the doors in the house with a security system so she can't get away. Later, he brings her food and asks her to come upstairs to take a shower, but Lily refuses and says she just wants to find Neil. Evan suddenly breaks the plate and tells Lily to listen to him, but he quickly says sorry and promises to make her another sandwich. He tells her he can't let her leave again, which only confuses Lily more. Before she can react, Evan leads her to the basement and asks her to walk on the treadmill to train. He apologizes again and leaves her alone. All Lily can do is cry. Soon after, Evan locks the basement gate with a chain so she can't escape. The next morning, Evan reads the newspaper but doesn't notice anything about Lily, Neil, or the missing teens. Meanwhile, Lily keeps shouting from the basement, begging to be let out. Evan becomes annoyed and tells her to stay focused because she has to win, though Lily doesn't understand what he means. That night, Evan gives Lily a mattress and another sandwich. He watches her sleep, holding a teddy bear but staying quiet so he won't wake her. The next day, he dyes his mustache black and ignores the phone ringing. Then, he goes back to the basement and tells Lily to lie down and do sit-ups. When she struggles, he gets upset again. In that moment, Lily suddenly remembers how her stepfather used to force her to do things she didn't want to do. Lily kicks Evan and backs away. He looks upset but doesn't hurt her. He just leaves without saying much. After some time, Lily stacks a few boxes and tries to reach the window to escape. But she stops when Evan suddenly returns. He quickly notices something's wrong. Evan tells her she's only allowed to touch the box with her name on it, explaining that everything is carefully organized. Then, as if nothing happened, he asks her to do 5 push-ups before dinner. Upstairs, Evan helps her sit at the table and reminds her to say a prayer before eating, calling her Catherine. Lily feels confused but quietly says a short prayer. She glances around the room, thinking about running to the door. As the phone rings in the background and Evan ignores it, Lily quietly reaches for a knife. But he catches her in the act and takes it from her. He scolds her for being disrespectful and not saying the prayer properly. He doesn't understand why they can't just have a peaceful meal. Frustrated, Lily starts eating in anger and throws food on the floor. Evan loses his temper and tells her to go back to the basement. The next morning, Evan gives Lily some clothes and tells her to change. With no choice, she gets dressed and uses the treadmill after he tells her to use the bathroom. Later, Evan gives her instructions and says he'll be back in 10 minutes. While he's gone, Evan's brother, Jeff, arrives, saying he came because Evan wasn't answering his phone. Jeff gets ready to leave after seeing that Evan seems fine, but Evan stops him and offers tea. While they talk, Evan casually mentions that Catherine is back. Jeff becomes uneasy and asks if Evan has stopped taking his medication. Evan quickly denies it and says he's doing well. Jeff tries to reason with him, urging him to listen, but Evan gets defensive and asks why Jeff even came. Jeff says he just wanted to check in. He then offers to take Evan to the doctor, but Evan refuses, saying he's too busy training Catherine. Frustrated, Jeff says he'll call the doctor himself and tells Evan he expects him to show up for the next session. He says he won't be coming back and refuses to say hello to Catherine, even when Evan insists. After Jeff leaves, Evan finishes doing laundry and casually tells Lily that her uncle had stopped by. Lily rushes to the window and calls out, hoping Jeff might still be nearby. But Evan tells her he's already gone. Then Evan invites Lily upstairs to help her clean up. As she follows him, she doesn't notice a photo of someone named Catherine stuck to the refrigerator. Soon after, Evan gives Lily a towel and starts setting up a room he calls Catherine's. When he leaves to use the bathroom, Lily quickly tries to escape through the window, but she fails again. Realizing that getting out won't be easy, Lily decides to pretend to be Catherine to keep Evan calm. Later, she dresses up and finally notices a photo of Catherine, realizing she had once been an athlete. Just then, Evan arrives with food and gently apologizes for how he's acted. He tells Lily that he cares about her and leaves the key to the room as a sign of trust. Once alone, Lily finds her bag hidden under the bed. She also comes across Catherine's old journal and begins to read it. She learns that Catherine hated training with her father. Lily quietly puts everything back, then explores the house, trying to find a way out. But Evan catches her wandering. Thinking quickly, Lily says she wants to help with dinner. In the kitchen, Evan asks her to cut some tomatoes. Things become tense when he suddenly hugs her, and Lily says she's done cooking. Later, she tries to sneak out again, but Evan stops her and tells her to return to her room. With nothing else to do, Lily continues reading the journal. One entry talks about how Evan got angry at Catherine for running too slowly. It also mentions a game of hide and seek, something Catherine's mother, Ivy, never liked. Ivy didn't approve of Evan's strict training and often reminded him to let their daughter enjoy being a child. A few minutes later, Lily reads another page from Catherine's journal. In it, Catherine wrote about her 16th birthday. She had asked her father if she could go out with a boy named Jared, but Evan said no. He told her that her uncle was coming soon and reminded her she had to sleep early to train the next morning. Catherine felt frustrated. Back in the present, Lily hears the phone ring. She listens quietly as Evan speaks with Jeff. Evan tells Jeff he'll visit his doctor, and Lily wonders what they're talking about. When Evan comes to get her for dinner, Lily hides her thoughts and pretends to be cheerful. Later, she reads more of the journal and finds an entry where Catherine talked about how uncomfortable Evan would get when she had personal health issues. Lily uses this to her advantage. She pretends she's not feeling well and asks Evan for supplies. Though he seems unsure, he agrees to go into town to get them. Before leaving, he tells Lily to train in the basement. With no other option, Lily agrees but secretly brings the journal with her. While Evan is gone, she continues reading. In one entry, Catherine's mother, Ivy, wrote about how she first met Evan. Ivy also helped Catherine get ready for her date with Jared, but Catherine was upset when her father came home earlier than expected. Suddenly, Evan returns. Lily quickly changes clothes and splashes water on her shirt to make it look like she's been exercising. Outside, Neil arrives and shows Evan a photo of Lily, asking if he's seen her. Evan quickly becomes upset and accuses Neil of being sent by Jeff. Neil, clearly confused, says he doesn't know what Evan is talking about. Evan grows more irritated and tells Neil to leave, threatening to call the police. He also refuses to give the photo back. Later, Evan tells Lily that he plans to see his doctor again. He explains that the doctor is helping him manage his stress and anger. Lily stays quiet as he talks. When she finally says she wants to go to her room, Evan stops her and asks where she went the day she disappeared. Trying to stay calm, Lily says she was with someone named Jared, remembering the name from Catherine's journal. Evan pauses, then lets it go, but still won't let her leave the room. Instead, he checks her height and weight. He seems upset when he sees she's lost weight and hasn't grown taller. He then tells her to jump rope. The moment becomes too much for Lily. Pushed to her limit, she grabs a vase and hits Evan on the head. Then, in a panic, she strikes him again before running upstairs. But when she reaches the door, she finds it locked and is forced to return to the basement. Angry and desperate, Lily stands over Evan and demands the keys. But just as she reaches for them, he grabs her. Still convinced Lily is his daughter, Catherine, Evan is hurt and angry that she would try to harm him. He storms off, leaving Lily on the floor, upset and in tears after another failed escape. That evening, Lily reads more from Catherine's journal and finds a part about Ivy's car accident. But before she can finish, Evan calls her for dinner. When she arrives, he purposely shows the marks on his back, as if trying to make her feel bad. Even so, he calmly serves her food. Lily, feeling overwhelmed, quietly says sorry. Trying to stay on his good side, Lily asks Evan if they can say a short prayer before eating. But when she looks up, she realizes he has already left the room. She calls out to him and asks if he can go to the bathroom. He returns and tells her the phone is gone and there are no knives around. Lily then asks when she can return to school. Evan simply tells her she'll be homeschooled from now on. The mood shifts when Evan brings up Ivy. They argue briefly, and Evan sadly mentions how disappointed he was that Catherine didn't attend the event where the library was named after his late wife. After a little while, Evan and Lily play hide-and-seek in the dark. Lily stumbles and hurts her ankle, so Evan helps her and lets her rest. The next day, Lily reads the last entry in Catherine's journal about finally leaving the house. Then, Lily writes in her own diary. She admits she isn't really hurt. An earthquake shakes the house, and Evan helps a scared Lily outside. They clean up together. They start training again, but Lily only pretends to be eager, trying to escape. Evan stops her. Lily then hurts her ankle for real. Evan helps her heal, and when she's better, she prepares to go back to school. After healing, Lily trains harder and learns to drive with Evan. Months later, he signs her up for a race on her birthday. Lily is happy and thanks him. They take a photo and eat dinner. One night, Evan sings to her and says he never meant to hurt Ivy. Lily isn't surprised. The next morning, Evan gives her a phone for her birthday. She saves Neil's number but doesn't call him, choosing to train instead. Evan returns and finds the real Catherine. He acts normal, asking her to help with some things, which confuses her. Later, Catherine sees Lily's diary entries. Lily then appears, saying she's the new Catherine and has taken her place in Evan's life. She tells Catherine she never understood what it's like to have a harsh father and won't return to her old family. Lily apologizes to Catherine before things take a dark turn. Later, Lily blows out her birthday candles with tears, asks Evan for a drive, and takes the keys. While Evan gets his wallet, Lily deletes Neil's number. As they leave, Evan warns her to be careful.
Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell icon, and stay connected with us.